everyone. Right, for this session, you're going to need your magic circle. We're going to be standing up nice and tall. Knees and feet are in line with your hips. Toes are facing forward, keeping your core muscles engaged. Shoulders are back. Let's curl down slowly, starting from your head. A nice deep breath. Inhale, and then exhale as you curl down all the way. As your circle touches your mat, we're going to push it all the way out to the front of you, as far as it can go. Reach to the front. Good, and then bring it all the way back. You're going to twist the upper body to one side and push that circle all the way out to the side, as far as it can go. Hold it there. Good, and then bring it back, twisting to the other side, pushing the circle all the way out, reaching a little bit further. Hold it there. Good, and then bring it back. Let's go to the front one more time, stretching it forward all the way. Hold, and let's bring it back. Right, we're going to push down onto the circle with your fingertips. If you can, you're going to flatten the hand, dropping your head, soften your knees, hold it there. And then let's grab hold, a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale as you curl up slowly, stacking your spine, engaging your core, standing up nice and tall. Let's roll out the shoulders. Right, you're going to stretch one arm across, look to the opposite direction, and other arm. Right, we're going to go all the way down into a seated position, first shifting to the front of your mat. And you're going to be sitting up nice and tall with your legs extending all the way to the front. And keeping your spine up tall, shoulders back, core muscles are engaged. We're going to flex the feet, and then let's place the circle, wrapping it across the ball of your foot. Straighten up, pulling your toes towards you, stretching it out. Hold it there. Good. And then taking the circle and placing it next to your side, relaxing your feet, straighten up again, shoulders back. Inhale and exhale, curling forward, one vertebrae at a time, stretching to the front. Reach for your toes, dropping your head. Let's flex both feet, hold it there. Inhale and exhale, curling up, stacking up nice and tall. Right, we're going to bend the knees up, and then you're going to take your circle and you're going to be placing it on the inside of the knees, however it feels comfortable. So if you're lying it flat, or if you're turning it upright, wherever you're feeling comfortable, make sure that your feet are in line with your hips and that your toes are facing forward and your feet are flat on the mat. So don't lift them out like this, keeping them flat. The knees should be wider than the hips. Now straighten up the spine. Let's extend the arms out to the front, shoulder height. Inhale and then exhale as you curl down slowly, just until you're about halfway down to your mat. So you're going to hold it there. As soon as you feel your lower back touching your mat, you're holding. And then we're going to give the circle a nice tight squeeze, holding it there. Good, keeping it steady. So you're squeezing all the way from your hips. Your fingertips should be hovering above the knees, shoulders are back, deepening the core muscles. Hold, hold, hold. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and exhale as you curl up, releasing the circle. Straighten up your spine, a nice deep breath. Inhale and then same thing, exhale. As you curl down, start squeezing that circle tighter until it is as tight as it can go. Squeezing it, holding it there again. Same thing. As soon as your lower back touches your mat, holding it there. Your fingertips are hovering above the knees again. Nice deep breaths. Keep it steady. Keep squeezing. Good. Hold, hold, hold. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and exhale. Curling up, straighten up nice and tall. Right. You're going to leave your circle next to your side. Let's place the feet together and just using the elbows, push your knees down towards the mat. So you're stretching out the inner thighs, holding it there. Good, and then lifting back up. Alright, make sure that your circle is in reach. So when you're lying down, you're going to have to reach it. Make sure you have enough space behind you. So shift slightly to the front. Straighten up your spine. Your knees and feet are still in line with your hips, extending out the arms. Inhale and exhale. We're going to go all the way down. Try not to lift your feet off of the mat and go slowly. So you're really concentrating on the inner core, going one vertebrae at a time. Good. Right, we're going to take the circle and we're going to be placing it between the knees again. So your feet should be in line with your hips. You're going to lift head, neck and shoulders. Place the circle between the knees and then placing your hands next to your side. So the arms are extended, your arms are resting, shoulders are relaxed. And we're going to give this circle a nice tight squeeze and then release. And exhale, squeeze. So your tummy muscles should be engaged. Don't let go of the core. Keep going. Let's do 3, 2, and last one. Holding it there. Keep it squeezed. Good. And let's release. Right, we're going to do a pelvic lift. So you can slide your feet slightly closer to you for more support. We're going to be lifting the pelvis off of the mat. Start by curling your lower back into your mat so that your whole spine is touching the mat, and then squeezing from the tailbone. So slowly lifting your pelvis up towards the ceiling until it's completely lifted, and then you're going to give that circle a nice tight squeeze and just release it slightly. So don't pop the circle open, just releasing it slightly and then squeeze. Good, so the pelvis stays lifted and it stays steady. The knees going out slightly and then squeeze. Try to relax the shoulders again. Keep going. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Good, let's do 5, 4, 3, 2 more, and last one. Keeping that circle squeezed, keeping the pelvis lifted, holding it there for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release and slowly curling down into your mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. Right, we're going to bring the knees up, grabbing hold of the circle, cross your feet over, using the circle to bring the knees in towards your chest, and let's roll from side to side. Right, you're going to be taking the circle and you're going to be placing it on the outside of the feet. So lifting head, neck and shoulders, you're going to either place the circle just below the ankle bone or just above your ankle bone, however you're feeling comfortable, and bring your legs into a tabletop position. So your legs are locked at 90 degrees, making sure that your knees are above your hips, they're not crunching in towards your chest. Your hands going under your head for support, and keeping your head, neck and shoulders lifted off of the mat. Elbows are nice and wide. Inhale and exhale, extending the circle out to 45 degrees, and let's pull it apart. Good, and then release and slowly bring it back. Just to tabletop, and exhale, extend, pulling that circle apart, hold it there. Good, and then slowly bring back. Inhale and exhale, stretch, pull, pull, pull all the way from the hips, straighten the legs. Inhale and exhale, extend, pulling it apart, holding it there. Good, inhale, keeping head, neck and shoulders lifted, keep it steady, make sure those elbows are nice and wide. Pull the circle apart, hold, and slowly back. Inhale. Good, let's do 3 more. 3. Pull it apart, hold it there. Inhale, back to tabletop. Let's do 2 more. Extend. Pulling it apart, try to snap it open. Hold, Bring back, inhale. And last one, extending it to 45, holding it there. Keep it pulled apart. Hold, hold, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it in, and then slowly bringing it down. And just relax. Nice deep breath. Right, keeping the circle where it was. So remember, however you're feeling comfortable, this time you can change. So either pushing it below the ankle or above. Legs going into tabletop. Your hands are under your head for support. Your inner core muscles are engaged. Lift head, neck and shoulders, and let's extend the legs straight up to the ceiling. And we're going to pull the circle apart. Nice tight pull all the way from the hips, and then release. Inhale, and then exhale. Pull, pull, pull. Inhale, release. Keep going, pulling it apart all the way from your hips. Deepen your core. Try and lift head, neck and shoulders higher, and your chin is away from your chest. And release. Good, let's do 4. Inhale. 3. Inhale. 2 more, pull. Inhale. Last one, keeping it pulled tight, holding it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it down and just relax. Nice deep breaths. Tummy muscles are burning. Good, hands going under your head again for support. Engaging the inner core muscles. Let's lift head, neck and shoulders. Let's lift legs into tabletop. Extending straight up to the ceiling. You're going to flex both feet. And then you're going to keep your circle pulled nice and tight. So you're never releasing the circle. You're keeping it pulled tight. Steady like that. And then we're going to lower the legs down to 45 degrees. And you're going to point and lift, lift, lift. As you lift, lift head, neck and shoulders 2 centimeters higher. Flex. And down 45 degrees and point. Exhale, lift, lifting head, neck and shoulders, and flex and down. Good, and point. Keeping that circle pulled tight, remember, lift, crunching up with head, neck and shoulders, flex the feet and down. Let's do 3 and point. Exhale, crunching up. Inhale, flex the feet, straighten the legs, point, crunching up. Right, with the last one, let's flex the feet and keep your head, neck and shoulders lifted. Bring the legs down to 45, pull that circle apart, hold it there. Good, keep it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point, 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 lift, 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 up towards the ceiling. And let's bring it down. Good, hug your knees in again. Roll from side to side. Nice deep breath. Right, we're going to place the circle on the inside of the ankles. So again, however you're feeling comfortable. So either below your ankle bone or just above. Your legs are going to be in a tabletop position and your hands coming under your head for support. Engage the inner core. Let's lift head, neck and shoulders, and we're going to extend the legs out to 45 degrees. Stretch it out. Give it a nice tight squeeze. Hold it there. Controlling it back just to tabletop again. Inhale. As you bring it to tabletop, you can lift head, neck and shoulders 2 centimeters higher. Extend. Bring head, neck and shoulders down, but don't drop all the way down. Stretch out the legs and squeeze. Good. Bring it in. Exhale, lift. And inhale, stretch. Squeeze. Good. Bring it in. Exhale, lift. And then extend. And squeeze. Squeezing all the way from the hips. And bring it in, tabletop, crunch up, and extend, 45 degrees. Keep it squeezed. Hold it there. Bring it in. Tabletop. Crunch up. Good. Let's do 2 more. Stretch and squeeze. Make sure those elbows are out to the sides. Your chin is still away from your chest. Use the inner core muscles. Lift. Keep head, neck, and shoulders lifted again for the last one. Stretch it out to 45 degrees. Squeeze and hold it there. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it in. Right, we're going to leave your circle next to your side. Place your knees and your ankles together and just slowly drop both legs over to one side. And then twisting the upper body with your arms to the opposite side. So turning your head to face your hands, stretch it out, nice deep breath. And then over to the other side, twisting all the way, knees are together, hold it there. Good, and then back to the center. Right, grabbing hold of the circle. You're going to place your foot on the inside, wrapping the circle across the ball of your foot and stretching it up towards the ceiling, pulling your toes towards you, stretching it out. And then we are going to lift the circle closer, so lifting the pelvis slightly off of the mat, keeping the leg straight, flexing the foot, pull that leg back just as far as you can go. It should be burning. Stretching it out. Good, and then slowly bring it back. You're going to let go of the opposite hand to the leg. Place that hand on your hip, and then we're going to pull the leg out to the side. So all the way nice and wide, as far as it can go. The inner thighs pulling. Make sure your shoulders are glued to the mat. Stretching it out, holding it there. Good, and then lifting up towards the ceiling, swap your hands around, straighten the leg, and let's pull it across to the inside, over. Should really be burning, hips are burning. Good, a little bit further, stretching it out, holding it there. Good, and then back up towards the ceiling. Let's swap the legs around, so the opposite foot. The circle is going across the ball of your foot. Straighten this leg. Just pull down for now. Pulling your toes down. Stretching it out. And then let's pull it back. A little bit further if you can. Flex that foot. Should be burning. Stretch it out. Good. And then back. Out to the side. As wide as you can go. Stretch, 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 hold it there. Keep breathing, nice deep breaths. Hold. Good, and then let's lift. And we're going over to the inside, so swapping your hands around, pulling it across. Keeping the legs straight, flexing the foot a little bit further. It should be burning, hold it there. Good, and then back up towards the ceiling. Let's grab hold with both hands and placing both feet on the inside. Straighten the legs, flex your feet, stretch it out. Good, and then if you're feeling flexible enough, we're going to lift the pelvis slightly off of the mat. Legs are straight and pulling those legs back, stretching it out, holding it there. Good, and then slowly bring it down. Right, we're going to bend the knees in, lift your head, neck and shoulders, curling your body into a ball, so tucking in your chin, and we're going to deepen your inner core muscles. We're going to roll back just slightly and then roll yourself up into a seated position. Leaving your circle out of your way, let's push the legs out to the sides, as wide as they can go. Flattening them, flexing the feet. We're going to walk the hands forward, all the way, a little bit further. keeping your legs flat, keeping your feet flexed. Let's push the elbows down into the mat, dropping your head, hold it there. Nice deep breath. Good, and then let's walk it back, stacking your spine. Good, and then bending the knees in, or the feet rather, and pushing the knees out to the sides. You can use your elbows to push your knees down towards the mat, stretching it out. Right, so we're going to grab hold of your feet with your hands, and then we're going to try and open them up, so pulling them open, curling your spine, and pulling your head all the way down towards your feet. Stretch it out. Hold it there. And let's lift. Good. Place the feet back together. Grab hold of the ankles. Straighten up your spine. Everything is nice and long. And just leaning back like this. Stretching out. Good. And then lift. Legs out to the front. One more. Legs are flat, feet together, your spine is up tall, your core muscles are engaged, and let's stretch to the front. Start from your head, inhale, and exhale slowly, curling out all the way. Reach for your toes, drop your head, let's flex the feet, hold it there. Good, inhale. And exhale, curling up, stack your spine, straighten up nice and tall. Let's roll out the shoulders. Spread your legs slightly. Let's roll out the ankles, nice big circles. Change direction. And there we go, well done. Thank you.